All right, guys, I'm extremely excited because I know that we are all bored with the coronavirus. I know that we're all just trying to get through the quarantine, but I have great news. We're going to be starting a lot of Dynasty Fantasy Football Leagues. I have it all set up. I'm taking care of everything. Really, all you have to do, go join the Discord. Make sure you shoot me a DM if you want in one of these leagues. This video, I'm going to be going down. I'm going to keep the format consistent for every league we start, and I'm going to try to, I will do as many leagues as we can fill. If you're in that Discord chat and you want to be in 10 Dynasty leagues with me, by all means, we're going to play 10 Dynasty leagues. I don't care. We're just going to keep on filling these and keep on going. So if you want to get in one, make sure you go down, join the Discord, and we're going to draft as fast as we can fill. And because of that, I expect to join about 15 Dynasty leagues. I'm going to put some friendly management styles on the league where, first off, this is definitely going to be Dynasty. Everything we do is Dynasty. It's a lot better than redraft leagues. So this team's going to carry over year to year. It actually increases the trading in the league just because it's easier to kind of make a deal work for both teams, where in redraft, everyone's just trying to get the best deal. They're trying to get the players who are going to score the most points. In Dynasty, some teams are rebuilding, some teams are contending this year. So it actually creates a lot more trades than a standard fantasy football league. But I mean, especially if you're going to be in one of these videos, you need to watch this. I mean, if you're going to be in one of these leagues, you need to watch this video all the way to the end, because I'm going to go through, talk about everything that's going to be in the league, every aspect, everything about the draft. That way we know, I mean, I don't have to answer the same question 100 times, because that's usually what happens whenever I start a league. So I'm just going to send this video up. So basically, this is going to be a best ball Dynasty league. And why, when I say this one, I'm referring to every league that we create this offseason. It's going to be a best ball Dynasty league. And I know a lot of people don't know what best ball is, but it's a lot of fun. I played in a league that was best ball back 6 years ago. I must have been 14. I was in that Dynasty league for quite a bit, and it was just a small league, but it was fun. It was good introduction, and honestly, it turned out to be one of my favorite leagues just because you don't have to start a lineup. And because that's the worst part about fantasy football, in my opinion, is trying to determine who to start on a weekly basis. I would much rather focus on drafting, team building, roster construction, and trades, because I mean, the best thing to do is draft and trade. I don't think any of us are dying to go set rosters. And next to that, we're going to actually extend the rookie draft, where the rookie draft's going to be very long. It's going to be 8 rounds. But keep in mind that the reason this is happening is we are not going to have waivers in these leagues. You're not going to have to go through the waiver wire every single week. What we're going to do instead are every team's locked on waivers, and when you want to make pickups from the waiver wire, you have to wait until the rookie/veteran draft, and this is going to be split up in 2 parts. The first 3 rounds of the rookie/veteran draft are going to happen the day after the NFL draft every offseason. So this is going to mainly be your top rookies that you're drafting, and then we're going to wait until week 3 of the preseason to resume the draft and start drafting again in round 4. And this is just mainly because we can see players what they're doing in preseason, and then that's going to act as a massive waiver run. At the same time, rookies are going to be drafted as well, but that will last 4 rounds, and more drafting, more trades, more fun. That's what it's all about. So we're going to avoid waivers, we're going to avoid starting lineups, and we're really just going to draft, trade, have fun, and do what we want. This is also going to allow not only myself, but I know people like Joseph, I know a lot of people want to get in a lot of leagues like this, just because, I mean, is there anything better than having a Dynasty startup draft? Is there anything better than trading in your rookie draft? I can't think of many things better on the planet. So we're going to be doing this, focusing on the great aspects of Dynasty Fantasy Football. And let me think, okay, let's talk about the starting lineup. The starting lineup is going to be 11 starters. It's going to be super flex as well. So you can start 1 quarterback. And keep in mind, you don't have to set these starters. MFL is going to automatically set these for you at the end of every week. And they're going to take your highest scoring players, and they're going to make the best starting lineup possible for you. So you're going to be able to start up to 2 quarterbacks at the maximum. And then the thing with the positional players is I love allowing teams to build how they want. I love allowing teams to really try to take their own strategy. So we're not going to have a set lineup where you have to start 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. it's going to be you have to start one of every position, and then the rest are flex spots. So essentially the starting lineup is one quarterback, one tight end, one running back, one wide receiver, one super flex, and six flex spots, six more flex spots. So really you're going to be able to build the team exactly how you want to. And yeah, I mean, let's talk about scoring. Scoring is going to be traditional points per reception. The one unique thing is there won't be a penalty for interceptions. And that's just mainly because if you look at projections and stuff, interceptions are the most random. You know, you're going to have a few players every year that you can predict that are going to be at the top of the column of interceptions, but interceptions are extremely random. And so we're going to avoid having that in the scoring settings. So yeah, traditional points. Oh, it's also going to be tight end premium. We're going to have 1.5 points per reception for the tight end position, just because we know the tight ends don't really score anything. So you have to give them a little bit of a boost to get them up there with the running backs and wide receivers. Let me stall here for a little bit when I think about something else I should talk. Okay, let's talk about how we're going to be drafting running backs in the startup drafts. I'm sorry, not running backs. How we're going to be drafting rookies in the startup drafts. And this is the best part of the draft, in my opinion. This is what it's so fun. I know some people don't do it like this. In my opinion, it's just horrendous. There's no other way to do it. So what we're going to do is you actually draft pick placeholders in the startup draft. I know most people probably do this, but I know some people would rather just draft the rookies directly or just get assigned rookie picks, which is the worst way, in my opinion. So how this is going to happen, if you are on the clock at, say, the 202 startup pick and you want, just say, Joe Burrow in a Superflex league, or you want Jonathan Taylor, you're going to take the rookie 101 selection. I'm going to go in there and manually enter all of these rookie pick placeholders. And then by the time the rookie draft comes around, you will have that 101 rookie pick. So I think I did a good job explaining that. I know it's confusing for some people who are just starting, but just know that if you want, you're not going to be drafting rookies. You're going to be drafting rookie picks. So you know how you get a trade question like, do I want Tyler Boyd or the 110? Well, you're going to be able to decide that directly in the startup, and it really just shows where value is. It puts it's just a great way to look at how the community is valuing players, and it's a great way to be able to build your roster flexibly. And you also have to kind of predict, like, oh, you're in the 5th round of the startup. Do I want to take the 106 here? Who's going to be at the 106? Oh, how do I think this is going to go? It just adds a great dynamic that I think a lot of leagues miss when they don't draft this way. Now let me think about what else is there going to be. Okay, let's talk about league fees and payouts. League fees are going to be through PayPal, $60. We're going to keep this consistent just so it's very easy for me to track. Usually we do League Safe, but League Safe charges a fee. I think it's like 10% or something. So we don't want 10% of the league pot going through League Safe every year. I mean, it would be different if I was completely random, if I was like a little animated thing behind the screen, but y'all have my name, y'all have my face, y'all pretty much know everything about me. If I wanted to run off with y'all's money, I'm pretty sure y'all could ruin me. And I don't think we're worried about that. And yeah, I mean, okay, so payouts, I think we're going to do like an even payout structure. That way good teams they don't get unlucky, because I hear a lot of horror stories about, oh my gosh, I had the first place team, I was undefeated in the regular season, then I get to the playoffs, I have a bye, and then week 15, whenever the money starts counting, I lose, and then I get nothing. That's not going to happen in this league. First off, if you finish with the most points overall in the regular season, that is going to automatically give you your buy-in back. You get $60 back right away. And then if you finish in 3rd place, it's $100. Second place, $200. First place, $300. I don't like having really top-heavy payment structures just because I feel like it increases the variance, and we want good teams being rewarded. Also, with scheduling, we're going to be able to play every team in the league twice through double headers. If you don't know what a double header is, one, you don't have to worry about it at all. It's not going to affect any of your strategy or anything. But essentially, a double header is you'll play 2 teams on a single week. So this just allows us to really, because I'm going to go back to hearing horror stories, but you hear about somebody, oh, I had to play the best team in my league twice. I didn't even get to play the worst team in my league a single time. So this kind of makes it lucky for some players, unlucky for others. Whereas if we do a doubleheader, everyone plays each other twice, nothing to complain about. I mean, you're not going to be unlucky here. If your team's bad, you're most likely going to be bad. If your team's good, you're most likely going to be good. So anything else I got to think about? Okay, also, we're not going to have future year draft pick trading just because how it's set with no waivers. If say someone comes in, joins a league, and then trades away all their future draft picks and a lot of their players bust, they have no way to improve that team. I mean, that team is essentially dead. They can't go to the waivers. They can't filter out the bottom crap of their team. So we're going to make sure that people understand draft picks, very valuable at the end of the rounds, especially future years, just because you're going to want to be able to kind of get rid of dead weight and bring on new guys that are playing. So I know so far, I mean, as of now, we have 8 rounds in the draft. I may increase that to 9 or 10. I don't know. We're going to have to see how it plays out. Obviously, we can increase it down the line in future years. But I think that's about it. Let me stall here for 1 second, think if I'm missing anything. Oh, okay. Obviously, all these drafts are going to be slow drafts. That way, we don't have to worry about getting everyone on the same schedule. I know everyone's playing all across the world, so we tried to do a live draft in this first one. I sent out a little Google Sheets, said, what time are you unavailable? Pretty much there was not a 30-minute block where everyone was available at the same time. So we're not even going to bother with trying that. We're just going to do slow drafts. Let's think about one other thing. Okay, actually, I completely forgot. I forgot to talk about roster sizes, forgot to talk about taxi squads. So here we are. Roster sizes, you're going to have 25 players on your active roster. These are the players that can go into your starting lineup at the end of each week. Then you're going to have an additional 10 spots for your taxi squad. Now, your taxi squad is going to consist of first and second year NFL players, and these players are basically able to be rostered in these taxi spots. This is going to be really for your late round rookies and the guys that you're waiting on to develop, but you don't have the spot on your active roster for them. So it's a little additional roster spots. So really there's about 35 roster spots, but only 25 of them get counted towards your scoring. You can freely move players back and forth. I know a lot of leagues have it where if you promote a player from your taxi squad to your active roster, you can't put them back down, but that's not how we're going to do it here. 1, would be too difficult to track. 2, if y'all haven't noticed by now, I'm all about flexibility. I want everyone to be able to build their team exactly how they want, manage their team exactly how they would please. So yeah, injured reserve, I put 10 spots. So basically you never have to worry about dropping an injured player. I mean, if they're out for the year, you should not be double penalized and have to get rid of them to make an active spot on your roster. But that's it. Don't think I have anything else to say. There will be trading a lot in the startup draft. I expect a lot of trading. The best part of the game. And as always, if you want a spot in one of these leagues, we're going to be doing a lot in the future. Go down, join the Discord, shoot me a DM. And Discord's lovely because in Groupme, whenever I would get DMs, they would get lost. It would be hard to organize. Discord, I don't think that's happened a single time. I think I've seen every single DM. I think I've pretty much got everyone in a league so far that they wanted. And we're going to continue to fill these throughout the offseason. Really excited to play with y'all. Let's get to it.